So today we're learning about a new animal, a winter animal.
I know what it is.
This animal is white.
Okay. Oh, I know what it is.
This animal lives where it's cold and snowy. This animal is big. This animal can have babies. Does anyone know what animal I'm talking about? Riley. A polar bear.
I have a stuffed animal of people doing like that.
You have a stuffed animal polar bear?
I do.
Yeah? Okay, we're going to watch a little video talking about polar bears. So let's stay quiet and watch. This sounds not working.
Come on, Emma. Last time you said I could choose where our next mission would be.
I promise you'll love this next place. It's covered in snow.
Snow?
Yes.
A white winter. I can't wait. Hurry up, Pipchip.
Don't you even want to know what animal we're off to find?
Some kind of snow creature, of course.
We're off to find a polar bear.
I've heard they're amazing. Bouncing bananas. Now I'm really excited.
Look out the window, Ed.
A wolverine. Remember them, Emma? They're the creatures that can take on an animal as large as a moose.
Oh yes, they certainly do have a brave attitude.
Don't forget their strength, ferocious power, and sharp instincts. Look at the paw marks it leaves in the snow. It looks so squishy. I want to get out there, Emma, and leave some footprints in the snow.
I suppose having some playtime in the snow won't harm anyone. Let me find a good place to land. Remember, it's cold out there, Ed.
What's a little cold to an alien from outer space?
Okay, Mr. Take on the World, you'll see.
Oh, wow, I love it. It's so light and soft, like clouds, but just a little thicker. Come on, Emma, dig in.
This really is a fascinating planet with all its weather systems and environments. Simply fascinating.
Stop thinking and start playing.
Oh dear, that's the sound of danger coming.
Don't be silly, Emma. It's just a wolf.
Yes, a hungry wolf that would love to gobble us up. We'd better get out of here and quick. Now that you've played around in the snow a bit, I think it's time we found the polar bear. What do you say, Ed?
Polar bears, here we come. Wow, it looks beautiful.
This looks like a good place to land.
What's that sound, Emma?
Oh dear, I think our engines have heated up the ice and made it crack. This is not good.
Then pull up.
I'm trying. It's just taking some time.
Hurry, we're going to pull through.
That was close.
You call that close? That wasn't close. That was ice popsicle aliens frozen full time. You almost got us.
Calm down, Ed. We're safe. Now, if only I could find some firm land. Right. Are you ready to meet the polar bear?
Let's do it.
You look a little shocked, Ed. What's wrong?
I didn't think it would be this cold. I can't feel my nose.
Come on, Mr. Mission Man. You can do it.
I'm losing feeling in my fingers now. I think I'm turning into an alien popsicle. My toes.
Did you hear that, Ed? It's the polar bears.
You're lucky my eyes haven't frozen shut because I can see them over there. I never knew their teeth were so big.
They are powerful creatures that can be very dangerous when threatened.
Over here, Emma, it's a cub. He's so small.
And a little too close for comfort, Ed. We have to get out of here before its mum realises we're here. Move, quickly and quietly.
There's the mum. She's huge.
Watch the cubs run after her.
That's funny. Look how they climbed all over her.
Magnificent creatures.
They look like they're training for a circus act or something. It can't be easy to hold onto her back like that.
Now they're suckling.
How many cubs can a mummy polar bear have?
She can have between 1 and 4 cubs in a litter, but she usually only has 2.
Do they live in that den that we saw earlier?
Either in dens or caves to shelter them from the elements. When the cubs are born, they are very small and rely completely on their mums to look after them. They learn all their hunting and survival skills from her as they grow up.
They're one big happy family. I'm going to take some photos. I'm going to call this series Polar Bears at Play.
Simple and clear. Good name.
Oops, I think she spotted us.
She's leading her cubs away from danger.
Danger? What danger?
Said, she doesn't know us. We could be a threat to her cubs, and that spells danger.
Where have they gone? It's like they disappeared into thin air.
Or the whiteness of snow.
It's the white on white, isn't it?
They do blend into their environment well. Good camouflage.
Through those trees. Can you see them, Eppa?
The cubs are playing again.
How do they stay warm up here, Eppa?
They have really thick fur. The fur is actually hair that is hollow.
No way!
It's true. The hollow hairs keep the bears warm and afloat in water.
Now that's clever.
They also have black skin under all that white fur.
Never!
I'm not lying. The black skin helps absorb sunlight and therefore holds in the heat.
It's cold, windy, and now that I can no longer feel my toes and fingers, there's no point in playing it safe.
What am I going to do with you, Ed?
This is definitely another photo moment. That's it. Just one more polar bear picture. Got it.
Now I'm starting to lose feeling in my toes. I think it's time to get back to the warmth of the pip ship. Come on, Ed, let's head back.
It seems a little hot in here now. Maybe I should have brought some snow along to cool us down.
It would melt, and we'd now be standing in a puddle. Besides, I like it a little warmer.
I can feel my nose again. Wow!
What do you say, Ed? Are you up for another creature and more adventures?
I'm up for anything new, Eppa. Let's go!
Click on the videos.
Okay. What did you guys learn about polar bears in that video? What did you learn, Gabby? Finding polar bears. Where would you find a polar bear? In the cold. Kaylee? They have babies, yep. Where do they keep the babies to keep them warm? In their belly, but when they have the babies, they go into a hole in the ground, right? You think that hole in the ground is warm or cold? Warm, yeah. Okay, I'm going to read you this book, and we're going to learn a little bit more about polar bears, okay? But when I'm reading, I want you guys to try and listen for some facts about how the polar bears keep warm, okay? So make sure you're listening so you can hear when I'm reading it, okay? All right, this is called Polar Bears Close Up. Polar bears live in the cold, northern parts of the world. They can be found in the Arctic, Alaska, Canada, Russia, Greenland, and Norway. Penguins live in southern parts of the world. In the wild, polar bears and penguins would never meet. Polar bears are the largest land predators in the world. Males can grow 10 feet tall and weigh over 1,300 pounds. Females are usually smaller than male bears. The scientific name for polar bears is Ursus maritimus. It means sea bear. Polar bears are great swimmers, and they can swim for long distances. They have been known to swim over 90 miles at a time. When swimming, their front paws act like paddles, propelling the bear through the water. Their hind paws are used to steer. Polar bear fur is oily and water repellent, which is perfect for the cold, wet conditions where they live. Their fur is not actually white. Each hair is a hollow tube which reflects the light, making the bears appear white. A thick, woolly undercoat helps keep them warm. Gabby. The only parts of the bear not covered with fur are the nose and foot pads. Their skin is actually black. Polar bears have huge, wide paws with rough pads underneath. These paws act like snowshoes and are perfect for walking across the snow and ice without sinking or slipping. Polar bear paws can measure up to 12 inches across. That's like bigger than your two feet combined. Polar bears eat seals and fish. They will often sit near breathing holes in the ice, waiting for seals to surface. When seals are scarce, polar bears will eat almost anything, including birds, berries, and eggs. Polar bears can swallow big chunks of food and don't usually need to chew very much. Polar bear females usually have 2 cubs. Cubs are born in caves that the female bears dig into the snow. Cubs will stay with their mom for up to 2.5 years. Polar bear babies are tiny when they are born, no bigger than a rat. But with lots of food, they can grow very quickly, becoming the size of a full-grown human in a year. Polar bears have an excellent sense of smell. A polar bear can smell a seal from a mile away. They can also smell prey that is hiding under the snow. Polar bears and Arctic foxes live in many of the same environments. Sometimes Arctic foxes travel behind polar bears and scavenge scraps of food that the bears leave behind. Polar bears usually move quite slowly on land. However, when chasing prey, polar bears are capable of bursts of speed. They can run up to 25 miles an hour over a short distance. It's really fast. Yeah. You can go that fast? Polar bears are a little faster. I don't think you can run 25 miles per hour. That'd be pretty impressive. Polar bears are vulnerable to the changing climate. As the planet warms and the ice melts, the bears will have less space to live, breed, and hunt. There's a little baby polar bear. Yeah. Mrs. Thompson, do you mind wiggling the mouse ball?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Oh, okay. Okay. So, if I say your name, I want you guys to stand up and come over to me for a second. And everybody else can sit at their seats. I need Dalton. I need Briley. Grace. Colton. Kaylee. Emery. And Tate. Everyone else, go sit at your seats. Yep, pass it out to your table. Grace. Okay, boys and girls, eyes on me. We're going to be doing an experiment today. We're going to do an activity. Okay? So, we're going to be learning about how polar bears stay warm in the winter. Okay, so I need you guys to have your eyes on me so you know what to do. Okay, we have 2 buckets of water over here. They're pretty cold, okay? And we have a blubber bag. This will give you guys an idea of how a polar bear can stay warm in the freezing temperatures, okay? It's not real blubber, but it's just something to keep the insulating in. Keep it warm, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to bring your hand in, put your hand into the bag and then put it in the water and see which hand is warmer in the water, okay? So I want you guys to think if your hand will be warm in the water in the blubber bag or if it'll be cold in the water. So we're going to go around the room and you're going to tell me if it'll be warm or cold. We're going to make a little list, okay? Do you think your hand will be warm in the water with the blubber bag on or cold? Do you think it'll be cold?
Warm.
I'm going to go around the room. What do you think? Do you think it'll be warm? Nice.
Warm.
Warm. Grace?
Warm.
Warm. What do you think? Warm. Riley? Warm. Warm. What do you think, Sayla?
Warm.
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 What do you think? Warm. Yeah, let's see. Haley? Warm. Warm.
Warm.
We'll have to find out after the experiment. Ariella, give me a yes or a no. You think it'll be warm or cold?
Warm.
Think it'll be warm?
Ariella doesn't like the
Or do you think it'll be cold? Warm? Braden?
Cold.
Cold?
Yeah.
Warm?
Warm.
Warm?
Warm.
Warm. Okay. Let's count. See how many people said warm. Let's count by fives. Ready? 5, 10, 15. Let's count our ones. 16, 17. So we have 17 people who think that it's warm. And how many people said that it was cold, Kaylee? 2. Okay. So, table by table, we're going to see, look at your papers, we're going to see, my question for you is, how can a polar bear stay warm in icy waters? So, while we're doing this experiment, I want you to have that question in your mind the whole time, okay?
What?
Is how can a polar bear stay warm in icy waters? Okay? So, in this box up here, everyone look at the board. This says, polar bears stay warm because. You guys are going to predict or make a guess on why the polar bears stay warm or how they stay warm. Okay? So I want you guys to write your answer, what you think, on this line, okay? Or sound it out, okay? Sound it out. You guys can write anything you want. It doesn't have to be fur. It doesn't. You guys can come up with any answer you want. Any answer. It doesn't have to be fur. It can be. Switch the R and E.
Okay, now what? This is now what page? Now what? Everything's lowercase. So it's
Real. Don't be afraid to write a different answer. It doesn't have to be fur. Whatever you think. Whatever you think, polar bears stay warm. Okay, does everyone have an answer down? Kaylee, what did you put? You put fur. Anybody else have an answer other than fur? What did you have? You have fur, okay. Anybody else have another one other than fur? Any other answer besides fur? What do you think, Tate? The fur makes them warm. Okay. So, table by table, we're going to come up and do this experiment. If your table isn't doing the experiment, I want you guys to, on the back, you can draw a picture of a polar bear or a penguin, since you guys have been learning about penguins too, okay? But we're going to do this nice and quickly, and I want you guys to be... You can make it a different color if you want. Yeah, you can make it gray. Okay? So, with the other tables, you guys can be at a level 0 while coloring. Okay? And then I'm going to call you up table by table to do the experiment. Okay? So go ahead and flip over on the back. You can color. I'm going to have table 3 start. So come on over here, girls.
Are you gonna color?
Get in one line. One line. Right behind each other. Yep, Kaylee's got it. Come on over here, girlfriend. Alright.
That's a good color.
You're going to stick your one hand in
I'm
here
gonna color on the back.
and one hand in there. So, okay, you're going to do that one. Now stick both of your hands in there. Okay? Alright, stick it back out. Now which one's warmer? That one? Okay. Alright, come on along, okay? Now go sit down. Okay, Kaylee, ready? Oh. Let's do this back. There you go. Now stick that one in there. Which one's warmer? This one's warmer. That one's warmer than this one? Which one? Okay. Alright, go sit down. Hand in. Good. Which one's warmer? That one is. Stick your hand in here. Stick your hand in that one. Which one's warmer? That one? Okay. Alright, go sit down. Alright, table 4. One over, we're walking. Okay, go ahead, stick one hand in there and one hand in there. Which one's warmer? Hey girls, come over here and get your trash and throw it in the trash can, okay? Which one's warmer? The rubber bag? Okay. Alright, go ahead and drop your hand. Put your hand in there and then your hand in that one. Which one's warmer? Boys, level 0, okay? Which one's warmer? Okay. Alright. Which one's warmer, Gabby? This one, the rubber bag? Okay. So if you've already done the experiment, make sure you're thinking about what hand was warmer when you did the experiment, okay? Table 5. Good. Which one's warmer? The blubber bag or the blubber bag? Okay. Alright, go ahead and grab your hand. Alright, Riley, which one's warmer? That one? Okay. Go ahead and grab your hand.
Don't forget to color there. You can color.
Make sure you remember what you answered. Okay. Table 2. Come on over.
These are my hands. I come to my bed. This thing is
Alright. Stick one hand in and your other hand in that one. Don't stick too much into the water. Which one's warmer? help people water. Which one? That one? Okay. Alright. The blubber bag was? Okay, go ahead and drop your hand with the paper towel. One hand in there. And one hand in there. Which one's warmer? The blubber bag? Okay, go ahead and dry your hand off. Freezing. One hand in. The other hand in the trash bag. The other hand in there. Which one's warmer? The blubber bag. Okay, go ahead and dry it. It's okay. One hand in. Which one's warmer, Salem? The blubber bag. Okay. Table 1, come on over. One hand in. Warmer. Is it the blubber bag or the blubber bag warmer? Okay, go ahead and grab your hand. Alright. Put your other hand in there. Which one's warmer? The blubber bag. Cool, isn't it? Alright, I'm gonna drop your hand. Which one's warmer? Is it freezing? Alright. Go ahead and drop your hand. And last but not least, table 6. Come on over.
What are you doing?
Put the other hand in there. Put the other hand in there. Keep this hand in here. This hand. This one's the blubber bag. Okay, go ahead and drop your hand. Alright, Grace. Hand in, girlfriend. Put the other hand in there. Which hand's warmer? Back to the blubber bag. Okay, go ahead and grab your hand. Alright, go ahead and finish up your drawings. And go ahead and flip up to the front of the page. You can do it later, okay? So, boys and girls, eyes on me. Think about what hand was warmer. Was it warmer in the blubber bag? Or was it warmer in the hand that didn't have a bag on it? So let's think. Was the blubber bag, did it keep your hand warm?
Yeah.
Yep. So, the 17 of us who guessed warm were correct, right?
Yeah.
Now for the 2 who said cold, would you want to change your answer?
Yes.
Yes.
He's actually made hot. I hear him.
It's okay. He put cold, but he'd want to change his answer since he did the experiment, right? That's okay. Okay. Now, on this box, this says record our results. So we're going to write what we saw in the experiment. Okay? We're going to write, can I borrow your pen, Mrs. Thompson?
Yeah.
You guys can write it after I write it, okay? We're going to write my hand
They have
was warm in the bag. Okay? So go ahead and write that sentence down.
They just got back. Oh, so they need to do that.
Okay.
Do what? That was he was
All right, if you just came in, come on over here.
It's either the bag over yellow or
Okay. Make sure we're staying quiet and you be writing down that sentence I just wrote on the line, okay?
and a line.
Get in line. Alright. Your first, you're going to put your one hand in here and your other one in there. And your other one right in there, and then this one there. Which one's warmer? Is it the blubber bag or that one? Which one's warmer? The blubber bag. Okay, go ahead and put your grab in hand. Ready, Alice? Alright, one hand in there. One hand in there. This one's warmer.
Wait. Can I like hold it?
Oh, okay. Well, just go ahead and grab your hand, okay? Right. Why is that one warmer? Well, which one's warmer? Even though this one's coming out of the cold water? This one's warmer, but that one's probably colder, right? All right, boys, go sit down, okay? We'll go sit down, okay? Everyone got one try. No, because you just dried it off. Alright, so go sit down. Okay? Just like this.
There are after that. Alicia said she left her too. But she won't let me see.
Better?
Yeah.
Okay. My hand was warm in the bag.
Do we write it too?
Yep, you write it too. Good finger spaces, guys.
Where do we write it?
Right here.
It's so tiny.
So the blubber bag kept our hands warm, right? In the cold water. This one was the first line. Okay, and then that one is right here, okay. Good. I'm just going to copy what I have down. So mine, you're going to put hand was warm in the bag. Okay, so that's the first line, and then this is the second line. Okay? Yeah. My hand was warm in the bag. Go on, bud.
What do we do like that?
We're about to do it, okay?
The one with the
How
line?
do you use this word? We're going to do it, okay? The word
Oh,
to do
you
this
want to
one.
do the one with the line?
Yeah, we're about to do that one. Okay, my hand was warm in the bag. So, our conclusion, everyone look up here. In this box, we're going to draw our conclusion, so what we learned, what we think. What do you think keeps polar bears warm in icy water? Gabby,
Holes.
what was it?
Holes.
Holes. Oh, you mean for the babies? Not, that's true, but I'm thinking of another one. Remember the bag. Remember what it was called. Riley? Blubber. So, blubber keeps polar bears warm in icy water. So we're going to write blubber on this line over here. Yep, you can follow me. Yep, watch your B's.
Fur.
Okay, just keep going. I'll leave it up for you. Okay? You can put warm bed on here, okay? You have room. Yes. What about what? You just put it down here. Okay. Blubber keeps polar bears warm in icy water. So the blubber kept your hand warm in the cold water, right? And do you think that's how polar bears stay warm in the winter? They have blubber all over their bodies, right? Well, their fur is the top coat. So it's kind of like their camouflage, so they can hide in the snow. But the blubber is like the fat underneath that keeps them warm. Okay?
I think it's sleeping in the snow.
Yeah, they can sleep in the snow.
And it's hard to see the guns.
Yeah, it is, because they're white, right?
It looks like it's a big rock.
Yeah. Good
But
job.
you're not hit on the bowl.
No, yeah.
It'll come after.
Yeah, they're pretty big.
All
Alright, go ahead and put those in your folders.
I'm not done.
That's okay. Go ahead and finish up.
Put a million.
I'll leave it up there for you, but when you're done, put them in your folders. Go get a drink of water. That's okay. Oh my gosh.